Hello, this is Godel, and welcome back to the Islands of Insight static puzzle series. Last time we left off thinking we were all done in Shady Wildwood, and then I checked our map and discovered we had missed an entire quest and some other miscellaneous things. So we're gonna be finishing up that today. First thing off is this weird one-off leitmotif that's like in this log over here, next to this floating island in the sky. I'm not really sure why this is a static puzzle, but it is, and it's a weird one that requires you to crouch down to do it. Normally leitmotifs you can just do standing up, but this one you have to crouch down, so... There we go, that will never be unsolved ever again on this save file. And then the last thing we needed to do, I had missed a quest over here. As mentioned before, match 3 challenge run, we will be doing at a later time, but here, found the difference is where we're going. So it is over here. Should be able to finish up this quest. It is actually a little bit of a more difficult quest, but once we finish this one up, we should be able to head over to Serene Deluge and get started on the Serene Deluge. So here we go, and oh, I am actually seeing puzzles we're not going to be able to do down here. We might have to come back here later. Let's just do it as much as we can right now. What is this, the Serene Deluge rule for viewpoints? Yeah, vaulted heights. We'll need vaulted heights before we can do this, so we'll probably do what we can here and then come back after we have vaulted heights done. But anyways, let's get started. This is a quest that's just a chain of logic grids. Oh, it starts over here. And this is using those congruence rules we learned before in the Autumn Falls that we're not going to see a whole lot of, but they're going to exist for now. So we have the special rule here, no two dark areas have the same shape and size. So we already have an L piece. Oh, and all dark areas have to have region 4. We have an L piece, so we can't have another L piece. I mean, this is an I piece, apologies. So I piece, we now have an L piece, and we're now going to have an S piece, and we're now going to have a T piece, and then we're going to have a square. And then, same rule here, L piece is made, so block all other L pieces. This can be a T, and that can be an I. Alright. Same rules. We have our T piece. We have an S piece. Can't make this into a T piece, so this will have to be an I piece. L piece that I made too big on accident, and then the square. Okay, same rule still. We have 4 shapes here, so there are 5 different Tetris pieces, as they are likened to be called. Let's see what options we have here. So we're not going to be able to make the I piece, the 4x1. So we're going to have to make things that are not an I piece. So we're going to need the square, the S, the T, and the other one, L. So just looking at this, this is the only piece that can be an L. So L is now done. This can't be dark. If we put a dark piece here, we're gonna this is gonna be an S, and this one would be forced to be an S. So this must be our square. Then this can't be a square, and then this must be the T. Alright. One of these has to be an L, and one of these has to be an S, so this must be a T up here. It can't be an S or an L. That must be the I and the square. Solving these is kind of about, you almost have to like have a plan of what all the shapes are and where all the shapes are going, or you have to be keeping track of what all the shapes are and where they're going. Alright. We have same rule set again, but now we have some numbers going on, so Need to think about this one for a second. Do we make an S or a square? Well, let's see for a second. How many pieces does this have? This has 4 plus 4, potentially. So 5, 6. So if we put this up here, this is going to get filled in. I think we need to put a eyepiece down here, because it's going to be an issue if we don't. And then our last light piece for the 7 is either going to be here if this is an S, or not here if it's not an S. I didn't actually think about that, but it can't be here. So let's mark that one up. We only have 2 shapes left, so this must be the S and this must be the square, and that must be where the last piece is. Cool. Alright, let's go down this branch first, since that's going to be kind of a finale with the star puzzle. Oh, 29. Okay, well, how big is this grid? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 3, 6, 7. So this is 40... This one's 49. And we need 20 light squares. We need 29 light squares. So we need 20 dark squares in here. That means we're going to need to make each Tetris shape once. So there's 5 of them. They make 4 each, so there's number 1. We have multiple options for T pieces. Do we have any options that are like kind of locked in? This is our only option for a square. Right, this is our only L piece option. And those are our last 2 options. Cool. Who are you? We'll come back to that one. Okay. We now have dark area 4, light area 5. So we have pentominoes and Tetris pieces. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do this. We did a light pentomino S here. We'd be in trouble because we'd have 2 here. This would have to come this way and make like an L piece. And then this one would need to be like an S, but we already have an S, and it can't be a square either. So we're not going to do that. Use the old corner trick. We could do... We have to do this. Okay. And then this has to go over here. We don't have a T piece yet. T piece yet. Oh, the don't make the same light shape rule was not in effect. It was only for dark shapes. Okay. My day was almost ruined. Alright. Connect all light cells, and no dark areas have the same. And all dark areas are region 4. So connect all light cells, bring these out first. L piece has been used. This one has to go here, but it cannot go here or here. There's not going to be a dark cell that can reach over here. Nothing can reach over here. Or here, or here. So we can connect the light cell. Connect that light cell. This is either going to be like a T shape or an S shape. Could this be an S shape? This can't be an S shape up here. And it can't be an I shape either, so... It can't be the square. Okay, so we're going to need our square somewhere. This is going to be our square, the E here. So the E is not going to be able to come here. Nothing can reach here or here. Okay. This is the only place we can fit an I. So we're going to do this. T and square. And, that's 9 out of 15 for this place. Let's start on this branch here. Oh, we have darts. Oh boy. This is a dark area region 4 still, so we're still dealing with pentominoes here. Or Tetris pieces here. We have a 4 and a 2 here. So we know there's 2 here, and then there's 2 here. We have a 5 here. That one can't be a square. I mean a dark. Connect all light cells. Okay, I should probably pay attention to the grid rules. All right, 3 has to go here. This has to come across now. Can't really fit any more dark cells down here. Yeah, there would be no way to fit another dark cell. We already have the L, so let's make this the T. And we need a square still. Let's make that our square, and then we need an eyepiece. Okay. Oh dear, okay. Connect all light cells. No 2 dark areas have the same shape, and all dark areas have area 4. Okay. So we're gonna need up to 20 darks pieces. Actually, let's see how many we're gonna need here. We're gonna need... This area has up to 12. This area has up to 9. So if we add them together, 12 plus 9 would be 21. However, they're also sharing this area up here where we could have up to... How many dark tiles could we have in here? 5? We had like the square and then the corner. No, I can see it. We could have the L piece and then 2 here. Yeah, so... I don't think there's going to be any dark pieces that are, like, outside of this area. This is our big constrained area. So we have a 1 in here. That's interesting. And we have a 5. Let's think about what can fit in here. So 2 and a 3 could fit something up to 5 tiles of something. Four and a 7. 4 and a 3 would be 7 tiles. 6 and a 1 would be 7 tiles, and a 1 and a 5 would be 7 tiles. So there has to be a shape. There have to be 5 tiles over here where only one sticks out to the right of it. So we could do like an eyepiece. And then that would be 4, and then we'd need 2 more pieces that only has one thing sticking out to the right. So I think it's gonna be like an eyepiece, and then the head of an L piece, perhaps. So how many tiles is this across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So there is one light tile here along this row. We're gonna need a 4x1 and then a 2x1. So that means we have our light cell is gonna be here or here. And the rest must be dark. We know that our eyepiece is going to be one of these 2 pieces. It's going to be either here or here. So the L piece is going to either come out this way or this way. I think we're on the right track here anyways. Now we can only have one more piece up here. If we put the L piece here, we would seal this in, and then it would be impossible to do that. So this can't be where our L piece is. This can't be where our L piece is. So this must be our 4x1. Now we have to have a 1 and a 2 and a 3. So we have to have 6 more tiles here. We have the L piece and the I piece used up. This is also going to have 4 more tiles in it. So how can we have 4 tiles here? There's going to be 1 here or here. If we put 1 here, then this is going to be sealed off up and down. Then we would need to have all 4 tiles here. So we cannot have this be the L piece. This has to be the L piece. Now we're going to need 2 different... We're going to need 2 different things to be the rest of the 5 there. Okay. So this one is done. That one's done. There's our S piece, and we have done goofed. Something fierce. This was looking pretty good, and now I'm seeing, well, we can't do any of these shapes here. I've also forgotten about connect all light cells. Maybe I should consider that. Let's go back to where I made this move. Let's see if I am correct up to this point. I'm correct up to this point. I'm still correct up to this point, right? Yeah, I'm still correct up to this point. Okay. I didn't consider we could do a 3 and a 1 here. So we can either do a 2 and a 2, which we already did, which was wrong, or we can do a 3 and a 1, which would look like this or this. So we know these 2 cells for sure have to be dark, and we don't know those yet, except we now know this one. We don't know if this is 3 by 3 and 1 or 2 and 1 yet, though. We've already done L piece. If we put a light cell here, we have to make an S piece. So if we do this, so I think we already did this though, and it was problematic. Right? So now this one has to be S or L, yeah. So that's problematic, that to make this an S piece. So I think this has to be our T piece. And now we can have this be an S piece. And this one should just be a square that's not being affected by the S piece. Okay, cool. Kind of cheesed it with the S piece and the T piece there at the end, but I didn't see what else to do, so there you go. Alright, and this is just a puzzle of pentominoes. So we are going to learn all the pentominoes here. Basically, anyways. So we're going to have to just do all the pentominoes one by one and eliminate any options we've done before. So this has to come at least here and at least here. If we block this, then we end up with the L piece, which we've already made. So this has to come here. We've already made that. Can probably see how this is going to shape up. Okay, we have a dark cell here. It's going to be an L piece, L piece. So we have that shape. That would be an L piece. This would be a straight or an L piece, so we can't do that one still. If we put this one over here as light, we're going to remake this shape. So, whoops. I went ahead and did it. So we put a cell here, we need to make a P. If we put a dark here, it needs to be the pentomino P shape. If we put one here, it still needs to be the pentomino P shape. One of these need to be dark. So both of them need to be dark. Now we can't have either of those be dark. Or we can't have either of those be light. We can't have either of these be dark, right? Because then we would have the L piece or this piece, the Y piece. Yeah, I really don't know what all the pentominoes are called, if I'm being honest. So both of those need to be blocked. And it can't be either of these, so this must be the U. So we can't do this or this. That would make the U. So this is the V. This one has to come up at least here, but it can't go here. So this one could be the T or the S. This one needs to be dark because it would make a V otherwise. This one cannot be dark. That would make the U. Oh, we do need a plus somewhere. None of these can be a plus, so our plus is going to be over here. I colored in way too many tiles. Okay, so there's our plus. What else do we have left? We have like an M. Like the pentomino M. I'm tempted to like open up a diagram of pentomino shapes because I always forget them. So we have T, S, M, F. Could we do the pentomino F shape anywhere? I think this is the only place we can do the F shape. Okay. Because, yeah, these are all in the corner, and it doesn't allow for that shape to grow. This is the only corner the F takes up. So we have an S, T, and what's the last one? M? So this one can't be an M. This one can't be an M, so this must be our M over here. And can this one be an S? This one cannot be an S. So this one must be the T, and this one must be the S. There are all 12 of the pentominoes. And then the game is like, I hope you remember that, because you'll need it for these other ones soon. Alright, that concludes all that we can do over here, unfortunately. So we are going to have to come back here after the Vaulted Heights. I think we'll go ahead and head over to the Serene Deluge and start the Vaulted Heights now, though, actually, because a lot of puzzles in the Serene Deluge are going to be locked by Vaulted Heights, so let's head over. It's our first time over here, so I'm not going to do any cuts. We're just going to kind of walk in. Serene Deluge is like this kind of area with a lot of verticality and a lot of waterfalls. So just heading up, we are heading to the Great Pearl first. Which is just right up here, kind of like square in the center of the area for the most part. Alright, here is our Great Pearl. Serene Deluge Awakened. Alright, cool. So we're gonna need... Let's see. We can actually already go into the highest viewpoint enclave, which is it's gonna be kind of like the final boss of this area. It's definitely the hardest puzzles in the area, maybe some of the hardest in the game. Let's go do the Vaulted Heights, because that's gonna unlock logic grids, and there are gonna be a ton of logic grids just all over the place that we can't do. Like, there's one right there. And then the game decided not to have any more around to show me that there's more. There's one. That's a static one over there. This is Vaulted Heights, correct? Vaulted Heights. Here we go. This is a pretty long enclave, so we are definitely going to be cutting this enclave into at least 2 videos. Hopefully it's only 2 videos. So this is where we learn about the viewpoint cells. So what these cells are, and I kind of explained them, I touched on them lightly when we had a puzzle that had them. But what these symbols mean is that from the... I clicked on accident. From the center of this tile, counting itself, it sees 4 tiles of the same color. So we have the tile it's on plus 1, 2, 3. This 3 sees the tile it's on plus 1 in this direction. It's stopped by this dark cell, and then 1 in this direction, and then it's stopped by that by the edge of the board there. So this 4, it's either going to have to go down here to finish the 4, or down here. But we're going to do the 3 first because it's more constrained. So you kind of just want to get an eye, you kind of want to look and see what's more constrained and do the more constrained things first, and then kind of work it backwards from there. So this is just telling you basically what I said, start at places that only have 1 place to go. Okay, here's a technique we're going to have to use a lot. So this 5 can either go down here, or it can go here. However, if it tries to go to the right, it can only go 1 tile to the right, because if it connects to this 2, it's going to violate that 2. So we can go 1, 2, I'm counting itself, 3, 4, 5. And it has nowhere else to go, so we're going to put the 5th one here. This 3 is done, finish the 4 like that. Okay. So this 9 has 4 cells that can go in this direction, 4 cells that can go in this direction. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then, since we finished that direction, we're going to go the other direction. That's probably what this insight it's about to tell us is. So this 5, if we go this way, we're going to pick up 2. So we need to go this way instead and only pick up 1. Alright. Are there any other puzzles on this little island before I forget it? We are going in. Here is the Vaulted Heights, one of the bigger enclaves in the game. How many puzzles do we have in this one? 129, yeah, definitely one of the bigger ones. Alright, so we're going to be doing a lot of these puzzles in this enclave, so get used to them. And like I said before, after we've seen something a few times, I'm not going to explicitly talk about it every single time we see it again. Kind of already explained the concept of that. Oh, what's it called? That insight it just gave us there. So in this enclave, we have a lot of logic grids. We have sky drops here. And then we have hidden rings, which I don't see any yet, but they're around. They're around. There's one. The logic grids are absolutely all over the place. Like, we just fell off a little cliff onto, like, we're looking at the edge of the island here, and there's a logic grid here. The control feature where you can see how many cells are on a line already are very nice here. I don't feel like the insight it just used, I used to solve the puzzle. Okay. The 6 can go up to 4, but it can also go 2 this way, and it can also has to go 2 this way. Four, 5, 6, 7. Well, the 4 is done. The 5 has to come out by 1. The 6 has to come out by 2, and the 7 has to come by 3. Kind of same story over here. I don't know why I put a dark soul here. That wasn't necessarily correct. That was incorrect, in fact, so there goes that puzzle bonus per usual. I always complain about the puzzle bonus, but it's like actually quite insignificant. It's only like 20%. Just kind of continuing along the edge of the island over here. Alright, the 6 needs to be at least 3 more in this dimension than the 3. 7 needs to be at least 2 more, the 4 needs to be at least 3 more, the 8 needs to be at least 3 more. Okay. And now we have some constraints we can apply. Good stuff. This is kind of like the back end of the island. We're gonna loop back to the front now. And come here in like the main entryway. I think we also had other things here. I think we have hidden pentads here. Yeah, hidden pentats. Since we have hidden pentats, I'm actually going to activate it, and we're going to find as many as we can. Without spending too much time. And I'm just going to leave the bubble to shrink while we're solving some puzzles. Save some time later. Or this way. Never mind, I see the last one right there on the ground. Okay, here's a slightly more tricky one. We now have some dominoes we need to deal with. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This domino is now done. Need to finish that one and this one. Also, was it a heart? Oh, it was a heart! How cute! Yeah, jeez. Hurt my throat doing that voice. 3 here, 2 here. Moving on. I see a sky drop here. Is this from inside the building? Yep. More sneaky, odd-shaped regions here. So this one I can either do +2 in this direction, or this direction would do +1 and then +2. So we have to do this one. It's the kind of stuff we gotta watch out for with these shapes. So this 6 needs to come this way. And then it's just done. Okay. That one's gonna have to be there at least. Can this one go down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could. This one's either up, right, or then this shape. But, oh, hold up. If we do this shape, then we violate the 4 over here, so... Gonna do that. Seeing as if this 5 didn't come in this direction, this 3 would be able to do whatever it wants. Like, if this was dark, right? This tile could just be whatever. So this tile has to be light. Using the rule of... Oh, also, I didn't see... Never mind. This giant piece would also have caused an issue, but... That's just another instance of solution decoding there, where you... kind of figure out the solution by virtue of if you do something, then you make an ambiguous solution, which is not possible. This puzzle just give us the finger? Look at this thing. Whoa. Okay. I see hidden rings ahoy up there. Should I grab them before I forget they exist? Probably. Whee! I've gone too high, though. Grab this one. Oh, and just fall through it. Let me go up again. That was a clumsy fall. I can't even grab a thing that's just floating in the air. Alright. We'll go up this path momentarily. Let's go to the left first here. This grid looks fun. Kind of hard to find where to start with all this that's going on over here. Alright, let's go this way. No dominoes. Okay. We have a few rules. We haven't... There's a kind of a pillar of insight that teaches us about this rule, but we haven't really learned it yet. Connect all light cells as well. That's suddenly throwing multiple rules at us at the same time. How dare it? So we're gonna need to pass through here. These can't connect, so pass through here. Got a sky drop, somewhere? Hello? Where's the rest of these? Oh, they're up there. Alright, more, of this rule. Have I messed up? No. I was like, what am I doing wrong here? I feel like I've done something wrong. I did not do anything wrong. Why is that like the hardest puzzles down here at the foot of this ascent? Oh well. Alright, more of this rule. Okay. So this one has to come out at least 2. This one has to come out at least 1. If we put a light cell here, we're going to get 2 dark cells here, so can't do that. So do this. If we put a light cell here, we can't get around this 4, so we need to go around the 4 that way. That definitely can't connect. And then... oh, we're basically just done with the puzzle. That didn't seem like a 5-pip. Maybe I was just quick to notice that thing with the with those 2 4s at the start there. Also, was the last puzzle shaped like a 4? Oh my gosh, was this shaped like a 3? Oh my gosh. This puzzle shaped like a 5. I just noticed. Alright. This just needs to take all of those. Alright, we go here. Could we go here? We would have 5 there, so this would be done here. I think that's good, right? So we would do this, that. That was harder than the 5-pip puzzle. Okay, we got 6 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one can't go down because it's tied to this 6, which can't go up or down. So 4, 5, 6. So the edge is going to be either here or here. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Goes like this. That must come there then. This has to come up here. Okay, this would be too long of disconnect, so block that one off. Did I just see a hidden ring? Hold up. Yep, I did. Sneaky hidden ring. Hidden pentad over here too. Wish I spotted it earlier so I could have found a few of them and then had it start counting down. Anything down there? Sometimes they stick the hidden pentads in just unusually cruel places. 3 out of 5. Can we find 4 out of 5 before we do more puzzles? I found a hidden ring on accident. That's always fun. Alright, 4 out of 5. Let's do the 7 puzzle. Is this the 7 puzzle? Alright, 7. So these have to be, these can be up to 3, but they're gonna have to come at least 4 out this way. This goes all the way across here. This one also needs to go all the way across. This one can go 4, 5, 6, 7. That can't be a dark square. It'd mess up this 7 over here. So this 7's done now. Alright. This 7 is just needs to be filled in. Right, not too bad. Why is our area shrinking so slow? Well, I don't see any more puzzles, so let's go ahead and finish up. I was about to showcase how you can use the shrinking area even if you're not knowing where the last relic is. Here's how you can use it. So if you're just standing inside the bubble and you just like look up at the bubble, and it helps if you zoom in too. If you just watch it closely, you'll see that it's shrinking towards one direction. So you line your camera up in the direction that it's closing in on, and then you walk in that direction for a while. Let's check again. It's kind of really close to still here. It's still moving a little bit this way. So let's go a little bit more this way. And as you get to the point where you're basically standing on top of the relic, if you look up, it should be completely still because it should be closing in on all directions from this. So there we go. That's how you can use that if you don't want to wait for the if you do not want to wait for all of them to close in. Alright, the 8 puzzle. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's already filled in. This is going to need to connect via somewhere over here, so it's going to have to either go through the top or the middle or the bottom. So we can't go too crazy on blocking these up. So this needs 2 more, and we have 3 options. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with this one yet. It has 2 options. This one has multiple options as well. This one needs a lot more. Let's see. If we do 6... Well, if we do 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, yeah, we can't actually get any more info out of that one just using that technique. Alright. Let's see. When you place a dark square, it makes 2 tiles basically appear next to it. So, can we find somewhere that kind of makes those 2 tiles be problematic? Oh, and we have connect all light cells, right? Okay. So, if we put a dark cell here... If we put a dark cell here, we're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8. We would have a decoded... We would have a coded ambiguity over here where it wouldn't matter if you put a dark cell in one of these squares. So this one has to be light. This one is now 1 away from done. If we put a light cell... If we put a dark cell here, we have to have a light cell here. And here. Wait, if we put a light cell here, we'd have to have a dark and dark. And that'd have to be light, light, light. Don't see a problem with that. Just looking at this. We do know that this can't be 8 on the axis, so this has to at least come this way by 1. So if this was 1 here, this would both need to be dark. So this has to be dark, and then these both have to be light. There we go. Making some progress now. This 8... We have one of our connections from the right side of the 8 to the left side blocked, so we need to keep that in mind. This isn't going to be able to connect... Wait, hold on. 6? Yeah, this one still could connect. On second thought. Again, if we put a dark cell here, we're going to have an ambiguity over here, so this one has to be a light cell. I don't know if, like, the game expects you to use that logic, to be honest. Because it's more of a... Oh dear, what did I do? I must have messed something up here, right? Oh yeah, okay. Let's undo this, so I assume that this connected up here by mistake. Anyways, as I was saying, that's kind of like a weird ambiguity if you assume that or it's a weird logic to use if you assume that puzzle ambiguity is something you have to watch out for. So if we go up and up, then this forces this to be something over here. This isn't really constrained by anything, so we can just put a light cell here. There's like no reason this would have any business being a dark cell. So we have we have 2 spaces for this one, we have 2 spaces for this one, we have 3 spaces for this one, 3 spaces for this one, 2 spaces for this one. Must be like something I'm just not seeing here. And there's no corners that the domino trick would apply to, so... Let's see what the foresight tells us about this. So it tells us what could go here. I mean, we saw that if we put a light cell here, then we end up with this situation, where we now need to put a cell here, and then a cell here, and that's not good. So we put a cell here. We also need a cell here. Okay. Kinda get it, but still not really, like... I'm not sure how I would have figured that logic out on my own. There we go. I'm gonna be right back and pause the recording for a minute, but we will finish this episode shortly. And I'm back. Gonna run around here a little bit longer, round out the time on this episode, and then call it here. We're way, way, way far from finishing this enclave. And we're not even halfway done, and the puzzles only get harder from here, so let's just find a few more to round out the edges of what we're doing over here. Let's start going up these stairs over here. Alright, we have no longer that one same theme of puzzles over and over again. We're in a different puzzle theme now. We have connect all light cells here. Sneaky hidden ring down here. Oh, and sneaky logic right down here. Wow. Alright, the one symbol per dark and light area. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. So this dark needs to connect to something. This light needs to connect to something. Where are these sky drops at? Can we get those yet? These up here going down? Going down, sky drops are often hard to spot. Connect all light cells. Kind of out of moves here. Oh, wait, hold on. Here's a move. This one can go up to 4 this way, 1 there, so 6, up to 6, and then we can stop that. Alright, now we have an idea of what we're doing, and it has to go here. Okay. I guess the question is, does this one come up? Does this one connect through the bottom and then come up, or does it connect through the top and then go down? Wait, that's the same thing, huh? Nope, I can't count. There we go, jeez. Let's keep going up the hill. This 6 needs to go at least 2 out this way. 3 needs to go out at least there. 5 is good as it is at the moment. This one needs to come over here by 1. Alright. Hello, hidden ring. Not very hidden anymore, are you? That's a hidden ring if I ever saw one. Yoink. Alright. Do I want to do the puzzles up here just yet? Nah, let's keep going up on the path. I don't want to, like, find where these sky drops are coming from. Jeez. Up there, I presume? Alright. 1. Connect all dark cells. Okay. So we're going to have to get from that side to this side. There's going to be 1 here. There's going to be 1 here. Then there's going to be up to 2 in these. Let's see, how far can this 6 go? The 6 cannot connect to this 4. It would be, or this 4 or this 2. It'd be too big. So it can go up to 4, 5, 6, and then here I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so it's 5 out of 6. One more in either direction finishes up. The dark now has to come up here and go out there. This 4 has to come at least 3 this way. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Five has to come at least there. This can't go there. Alright, which way do we want these going? This needs one more. Oh, this can't go there. Duh. Alright, cool. And, oh my goodness, this is like a spider web of puzzles over here. Oh man. Alright. Let's, wait a second. Did I not just walk up this ramp? Hold on. Did I walk up this ramp and, like, completely walk past this puzzle? That's funny. Let's, do this one, and then, we're gonna call it here. My dog is sneezing her face off for some reason. Alright, if we put a light cell here, we're gonna enclose that. But if we put one here... don't know about that yet. Come back to it. Alright, now let's do it. Connect all dark cells. Connect you, and there. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for now. We are not even halfway through this enclave. I'm wondering if this enclave is even gonna be, if we're gonna be able to finish it in another episode here. But for now, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the episode here. Next time we'll be continuing the Vaulted Heights enclave. And hopefully we finish it, but if not, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to spend 3 video on our first enclave here. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.